Hi everyone, welcome back. This is now a different episode. This is going to be issue 19 and 20 of Build the Classic Routemaster. So, yeah, I'm going to do two episodes each week for this month. Um, well, a couple of reasons really. First of all, let me explain. I had some feedback on another video. I just want to clear this up. And I welcome any feedback on any of my videos on my channel. That's great. That's what it's all about. I like to know, what I can improve, what you want to see. I'm not going to mention any names, but I had some feedback. First of all, I apologise. I was told that I missed um, someone saying hello to me during a live build that wasn't my build. It was actually someone else's, and I, I was on my phone at the time. I had so many messages bouncing up my phone screen, and I inadvertently missed them. There was nothing in it. I apologise. I missed them and didn't respond. So, due to that, unfortunately, I have lost a subscriber. Um, I don't force anyone to watch my channel, and everyone has their reasons and whatnot. So, all I can do is apologise for that. I'm sorry I didn't say hello. Also, I also had some feedback to say that other people were ahead of me. Um, so I sort of took that as why would you watch my channel because other people are ahead? For me, this isn't a race. I'm not going to, I don't want to be. To start with, I wanted to get my content out quick so you could all see it. And um, however, I'm with this Classic Routemaster build. I'm actually really behind anyway. Because I didn't start this subscription till rather late, because I was watching other YouTubers and they Paint with Penny influenced me actually to get this because I was just watching the videos and I absolutely loved it. And the quality of the build is fantastic. So I didn't start this subscription till rather late anyway. I think I was about 3-4 months behind. So I am behind on this one. For me, it's not a race. I'm just going to get them out as I normally do. However, obviously I am 4 or 5 months behind, and although it doesn't bother me, if you remember a couple of months ago, I had a problem with my month's delivery where they didn't have any stock of certain issues. I think because I was late. Um, so they actually sent me 23, 24, 25 and 26 about 3 months ago, as I say. I've just received this month's delivery, which was 19, 20, 21, 22, and then obviously I can carry on with 23, 24, 25, 26 because I had them up on my shelf here for the last 3-4 months. So what I'm actually going to do this month is I'm going to film two. So 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. That's going to bring me a month up to date. So I'm not going to be as behind as I was. But then obviously next month I should then receive 27, 28, 29, 30. I'm hoping. I'm hoping that they can see that I've already had those issues. 50% of me is thinking I might end up again with 23, 24, 25, 26 again. I'm not sure. I may make a quick phone call in a week or two just to chase it up, just to check that we're on the same page and that they are aware that I have got those issues because I got them 3 months ago, just to save a bit of ag nearer the time. So yeah, again, sorry I'm not completely up to date with you know, a lot of other YouTubers. It's just the way I do it. I do it once a week, and it's just, you know, it's for my enjoyment as well. There's no rush to do this, so yeah, I'm going to do 19 and 20. These are both rear wheels, so we should, yeah, be able to get one set on. I'm not quite sure. I can't remember the steps in these, but obviously we'll soon find out. So yeah, that's all good. So what we'll do is we'll just go down, we'll crack on, and then we'll start the build. Obviously we're starting order, so 19 first, obviously, and then we'll go on to issue 20 off. Okay, so here we go. We got issue 19 here. So let's open the bag, check off all the parts, and make sure everything is all dandy. So yeah, just another update as well. Now, on most of my videos, those of you subscribing, you'll know that I use washing up liquid for the metal screws. It does make a massive difference to the ease of the screw actually going through. Now, I have been told by a couple of my subscribers, and Paint with Penny as well, this could be an issue later on because it's obviously water based, and it can cause obviously the screws to rust. Now, although I've not actually had any problems so far, I mean, I've checked my build, there's nothing untoward anywhere, and I can't see any evidence of any rust. But I had in the cupboard some 3-in-1 oil, multi-purpose lubricant oil. I'm actually going to switch and use this. It's going to do the same job. If anything, it might be slightly better. So let's set that up. So what I've done is I've got an old vape bottle that I've washed, thoroughly dried out. This particular juice was, I think, from Poundland. My partner likes the Poundland juice. So I'm just going to fill this up with the 3-in-1 oil. Or not fill it up, but probably put about half a bottle in because we're going to have plenty. Because you use this very sparingly anyway. There we go, that'll do. So, going forward, instead of washing up liquid, as I say, I'm going to use this 3-in-1 oil. Put the cap back on, and there we go, that is on. Okay, so that is my alternative, and we'll see how that goes. I'm just going to write on the front 3-in-1, so we know what it is. There you go, I've just put 3-in-1 oil on there, just for my reference. Okay, so that being said, let's crack on. I'll open these parts here. And I think this will be a fairly quick build issue. So we've got, careful of the plastic washer because that is static and it sticks to everything, so I'm going to pop that in there, get rid of the rubbish, and we'll go through. So we've got 19A, which is obviously the tyre, which is what we've got. We're familiar with these because we've had 3 before. 19B again is the rear inner wheel rim. We've got 19C, which is a brake disc. Okay, that's plastic. Obviously that is made of metal. And then obviously we've got a 19D, which is the plastic washer there. And we've got some GM screws, which I shall open. And they've definitely changed the sticky labels because they're much more stickier now. Right, that's landed in there, so there we go. So they are GM screws. And then also we've got some IM screws here. There we go. Okie doke. So, first thing we're going to do is like normal. I've already pre-prepared. We need a jug of hot water. This is from the kettle, but it's been sat 10-15 minutes prior to recording, so that is hot but comfortable to touch. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to pop the tyre into there just to soften up, and then obviously we're going to fit it to the inside inner rear wheel rim here. Okay, so while that's setting, we're also going to need the wheel rim and the tyre that was assembled in the last issue. So from issue 18, and we know it's from issue 18. I've said before, but I will double, clarify again. Okay, so on the magazine, it says take the tyre and wheel rim 18C. So obviously the number 18 means issue 18 and C means the part within that issue. So we know that's from issue 18, which was obviously the last issue. And the last issue we did indeed do a wheel. So I'm just going to grab that off the shelf behind me. There we go. So this is what we ended up with in the last issue. So we're going to need this as well. Well, that just needs a couple more minutes in there. And obviously I've run out of kitchen roll, but I'm going to use some just some bathroom tissue. So yes, this is going to come together nicely. We're going to be just looking on. We're actually going to be fitting the one set of wheels to the chassis as well, so that's really good. I'm going to have to rearrange my shelves behind me as well, because obviously I'm not going to have enough room for, well, the completed bus anyway. It'll be alright for the moment, just, the chassis on the actual shelf, but when it comes to like building up bodywork in later issues, then yeah, we may have a problem with the shelf, so I'll look into that. Right, I'm going to give this a go. I mean, I think ideally that water, I've left it slightly too long. It'd be better if it was a bit warmer, but we'll see how we go. If it doesn't like it, then I will just top up with some more fresh hot water. Now obviously kitchen roll is much better for the job, because it doesn't break up. But I'm happy that it's dry, and it is fairly soft, but it's not as soft as it was when I did this one. So all we're going to do is, like before, we're just going to pop the middle in at an angle. There we go, just pop that through. That was okay. Yeah, it was quite hard work, but there we go. That is that all complete. So now what we're going to do is we're actually going to attach these two wheels together now. So let me just move them out of the way. We're going to be using the GM screws as well. So I shall bring those over ready and get my screwdriver at the ready. I have actually ordered a new screwdriver. I love the Oria, there's nothing wrong with it. I've ordered basically another Oria, except it's not actually made by Oria. It's exactly the same set, in exactly the same format, in the same packaging, but it's a different brand and it's orange. It was just slightly cheaper. And it's got all the same bits on it. Everything's identical. So, yeah. That should be coming actually today. I'm filming this on Saturday the 17th. I ordered it last night from Amazon and it was due to be here today. So, okay, so when we've got the tyre, we're actually going to place them together. So, we're going to take a look. Okay, it's ever so slightly confusing. I think it's going to go on. Let me just double check. Is it this way? Because then you've got that collar in there. Now, according to the magazine, so this is where it's slightly confusing. Yeah, that is definitely the right way. On here, you've got like this collar that sticks out. But according to the magazine, it's not there. That's what was confusing me, and that looks slightly different. So I think we need to ignore the collar. But what we're going to do, I mean, it's pretty obvious which way this is going to fit. So you've got this, the part that sticks out there, and then this wheel is going to go on with the pegs there facing down over that. Now these wheels will only go in one way because there's 3 holes, but as you can see they're off center. So we're just going to line them up and they will only fit one way. And then when they're lined up, that is not going to move. They're secured together. And then if you look from the other side, you can just about see, I'll see if I can zoom in for you, that all the screw holes line up through the other side there. Okay? And then what we're going to do is we're going to fit 3 GM screws through this side to secure those wheels together. So before I get carried away, I'm going to try this 3-in-1 oil out. So I'm going to get a piece of plastic just to put some of the oil in, and then we're just going to dip the screw into the oil before screwing in. So I'm not going to do them tight, I'm just going to start them off in there so we can get them all started, and then we can tighten them evenly when it's all in position. So that's one. And yeah, as expected, this oil is doing a brilliant job. Straight in. Okay, so now they're all in, I'm just going to go round and tighten them as evenly as possible. One, two, 3. Okay, there we go. And that is one set of rear wheels complete. And that looks brilliant, and it's so heavy as well. I'm happy that they are sort of lined up. I mean, the tyres do move, so you could jiggle around with the wires, the tyres, if you want them to look sort of even, but I'm happy with that. That's not a bad job. Okay, so the next step is we need to take the chassis, and I'm just going to grab that off the shelf. And according to the magazine, I'm just going to move this out of the way. It wants us to work on this side here. I mean, I'm not sure it would make a huge difference whatever side you did start on, because you know, I think it's going to be the same result. But what we're going to do, oh, that's interesting. Right, it's at the bottom. Right, okay. Sorry, it is the other side. My mistake. At the moment, the chassis looks the same either way up to me. Right, you want it this way up, so you've got the screws through there. I was getting confused. And there's like a keyway, and I shall try and show you that. You see that keyway there? So the brake disc is actually going to go on, and it's going to fit into that key. Now, obviously, one side of this you've got these indentations from when it was manufactured. I think it doesn't matter. Well, it really doesn't matter which way it's going to go, because you're not actually going to see those marks. So either way, it will be fine. I'm going to put mine this way, flat side facing outwards. The only reason being, I'm not sure whether you'll see any of that detail through the wheel, but we'll find out. So let me zoom out again. So we're then going to pop the wheel over the axle, like so. And I'll try and keep this upright for you so you can see. And then what we're then going to do is pop the plastic washer through the middle of the hole there, and then I'm just going to tap that down so it's straight. And then we're going to fix that in with an IM screw. So I'm going to get some oil on there, and just move you up so you can see what I'm doing. Just going to screw that in like so. Give the wheel a bit of a turn. Mine is a little bit tight, so I'm actually going to release it slightly, the screw. And it's still a little bit tight for my liking, so I'm just going to release a little bit more. Still a little bit tight. I'm just going to release that a little bit more just to see where we're at. Yeah, that's better. Now I've got more of a free movement. So I'm happy with that, and that is pretty solid actually. There's a little bit of movement, you can see, but not a lot. So I'm really happy with that result. Okay. What we're going to do next is we're going to take the cover, and that is also on the shelf, which we got in issue 18 as well. This is a push fit connection, and we're going to just pop that through the middle like so. and then we're going to push through the centre, because obviously where the post is, that is where all the strength is. So we're just going to pop that in the middle and then give that a gentle push in the centre. Like so. And then we have the wheel cover on. Okie doke, and that is the end of issue 19. So we've got one set of rear wheels on the chassis, so that is really good. What we're going to do now is I'm just going to take a very quick short cut and a break. I'm going to go get some fresh hot water because we've got some more tyres to do, or another tyre to do. So bear with me a sec and we'll be back with issue 20. I'm back, and this is now obviously issue 20. I've got some fresh water here. So the first thing I'm going to do is put the tyre in soak, so that by the time we get to it, it should be ready. So again, this is going to be basically, this is basically an identical issue from issue 18, except obviously it's issue 20, and there'll be different articles in here and things. But for all intents and purposes, this is basically another issue 18. So we've got the tyre, which we know we've got because that's into soak. We've got the rear outer wheel rim, and then we've obviously got the real, sorry, this is the rim, the rear outer wheel rim, and then the rear wheel rim cover. Bit of tongue twisters there. So yeah, all we're going to be doing in this issue is we're going to be just affixing the tyre to the rim. So nothing too exciting. That's a little bit much hotter. Actually, that is much hotter than it was. I can hardly touch the water, but that is okay. It's not going to melt or anything. I just need something to scoop it out with, really. I'll use this screwdriver. So yeah, that's really soft already. So I'm just going to pop that on there, dry the screwdriver. Okay, so we'll just give this a dry out. Now I understand possibly some of you are probably going to look at this and go, oh, is that what you get for $8.99? For me, it's not really about the cost of each individual issue, and I know Paint with Penny feels exactly the same way, and a few other subscribers that I've been chatting to. You've got to look at it as in the whole complete build. You know, you're paying X amount of money for the completed build, not what you get in each issue. You know, some issues you're going to have lots of parts and you're going to think, wow, that's worth more than $8.99. Some issues you're going to have parts like this, you know, and you may think, it's not worth $8.99. I mean, as Penny quite rightly pointed out, I mean, to manufacture this is a beautiful piece. It's heavy, it's detailed, so to produce something like that, you know, it is a good price, you know, $8.99 for this. But definitely, you know, it swings and roundabouts throughout the build. You know, even if I got a packet of screws for, you know, just a packet of screws in one issue, well, yeah, okay, you'll be that week, you'll be like, oh, nothing to build. But yeah, they wouldn't be worth $8.99. But then if you think about it, other issues we might have had electronics or more stuff that was worth more than $8.99. They were couping that back with this issue. So yeah, it swings and roundabouts. It doesn't bother me. I'm seeing it as in the whole build, as a, you know, as a whole, not per issue. Okay, so now that's all dry, we're going to just pop the centre rim in like we have done before. Push that through, make sure it's home, check both sides, make sure it's nice and level, and there we have a beautiful rear wheel. So what we're going to do is put that aside for now, and obviously the cover, because we will need that for the next issue. Okay, so yeah, that was issue 19 and 20, and thank you for watching. Please like, share, subscribe. If you wish to buy me a coffee, there is a link in the description below. Thank you so much to the three. I think I've had 3 people that have bought me coffees so far. It means a lot. Thank you very much. And I'm just glad that you're enjoying my videos, and you know, it's of help. As I say, you know, I do occasionally get some suggestions or you know, sort of negative you know, comments and things. Again, it really doesn't bother me. You know, I welcome all feedback on my videos. So if there's anything you think I can improve or anything, put it in the description. You know, I won't be offended. It's all part of the learning process for me. You know, I'm not an expert YouTuber. I never claim to be. I'm just doing this for a bit of fun, just to, you know, share the hobby love, really. You know, I'm fairly new to Partworks. You know, the first Partwork I started was this Delorean, and I've really thoroughly enjoyed it. Obviously, I've got R2-D2 here. That has kindly been bought for me from my very good, well, my best friend. That gets paid for, so I don't have to pay for that anyway. And obviously, I've decided to do the Routemaster. It's sort of an addiction now. I've always liked, you know, making things and building things, and, you know, all sorts of things like that. So yeah, it's, you know, just share the hobby love. That's all this is about. Anyway, enough rabbit. Thank you again, as I say, for watching, and I shall see you next week, where we'll have issues 21 and 22. Okay, take care.